want to come up here and talk and just say one thing. A lot more than just one thing, but one main thing. Can we please play that second half every other half for the rest of the series? Because we might actually just sweep Minnesota if that's the case. I don't expect them to shoot this bad. But to see the looks that they got and they shoot that bad of those looks was a bit surprising. Because these guys have been here before. They just beat Golden State. They just beat LA in big moments, mainly LA in big moments. But they were bad from three in those games. Their defense just made up for it. But with how the Thunder work, it's tough for your defense to carry over the entire time. Denver made it work, not Minnesota, because we got other guys. And the other guys finally showed up consistently, all at once. It was all in that second half, and we outscored them by 30 points. Like, that second half was freaking beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. J-Dub did his thing, not being too aggressive. He is a mid guy when it comes to win his shots. Not a mid player. No, he's a good player. When he takes shots, he's not using the wings. He doesn't use the elbows. He shouldn't. Straight on. Straight on. Because sometimes the shots come up short. You like to be able to use the rim. Bam, backboard bops in. Here, back rim bops in. It gives you more flexibility on how you shoot. Randall liked doing that at one point. And then he kind of just moved to the elbow. For whatever reason, he started doing that. So, you have that. But J-Dub excels more in just the middle part of the floor. The entire time. That's what it does. Shea, elbow. His elbow was his thing. He was 2 for 13 because he was not using his elbow consistently. His elbow jumpers, that side of the free throw, he wasn't doing them. But then he started doing them more, and he got a rhythm, and then he started making shots. And genuinely, a lot of times, if you get to going, the rim's a lot more favorable to you. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just more of a feel for the ball. I don't know if the rim's watching you, and they're just like, hey, good shot. I'll give you this one type of thing. But it has a tendency in life, like just in high school, middle school, like AAU, elementary, like college, pro, every level, you have the rhythm. And when you got the rhythm, your shots just start to fall that no one think they should. Shea had the one that he got fouled. He's falling down. He just throws it up and hits the rim and bounces in. Once that happened, that was a momentum play beyond all anything else. Big stuff on their thing. Also, Minnesota. Very, very weird. They kept missing, again, threes. But that wasn't the weird part. They shot some really, really bad threes. Some of them were good. Some of them were. Randall took some longer threes, but he was making them, so it's tough to say they were bad. And there's two I want to talk about. DiVincenzo has a three at one point. I think it was like early in the fourth. That he's standing, like that sideline, that little line that sticks out. He's shooting it from like 5-6 feet beyond the 3-point line. He's done that. He did that twice or 3 times, 2 or 3 times, and he missed all 3. He made those against the Lakers at times. I think a little bit against Golden State. You're not doing that against the Thunder because your rhythm's not the same. You're not consistently getting these swing open threes. He was forcing those. And then Ant at one point has one of the dumbest threes I've seen him ever take, which says a lot because sometimes he takes really bad threes, especially whenever they're in a desperate mode. You can tell whenever the Timberwolves are desperate, whenever Ant shoots a really bad three. That's the go-to sign of we have figured them out offensively. Cross here. He's a good 8 feet behind the line. Like, the guy's still somewhat there to contest. Not close enough, but somewhat there. Because he's not expecting this guy to take a 30-foot shot. Ant shoots a 30-foot shot and misses. And stupidly enough, Shea decided to try to match that, and he does by missing it. I don't know why he did that. I got upset with him. But he did everything else right. He ended the game with 31. Horrible first half. Great second half. That's how an MVP closes the game. Well, we wanted game 3 last series, that he went 0 for 5, 4 down the stretch. He did that. They gave him the ball whenever it was 8-10. He pushed it back up to 12. He kept it there. Dort got open. Great job swinging the ball when he had to. Shea closed that game out perfectly. That's how an MVP is supposed to close out. He had like 8-10 points in the fourth, but whenever DiVincenzo would come help out, because Ant would get him, and you know how Shea's going to work. He's going to work right at him. Here, not selfish, pass to J-Dub. J-Dub swing again to Dort. Dort corner three, bang. I thought that was a dagger. It ended up being that way. But Caruso made another three, quite big on his part. He went 3 for 3 today. Caruso's a very underrated guy. He's become a really big-time three-point shooter in these playoffs. He does not miss 2 or 3 in a row. Like, he will make his stuff. He might make 3 in a row, but he's not going to miss 2 or 3. Also, I want to shout out this guy because he's not really played this entire playoff until this series, and the guy played great. Kendrick Williams, thank you. As a guy who's not been a fan of you for a long time, ever since you were a part, since we got you, you weren't great to begin with, like in the bad stages of the Thunder, like the 2021, 2022. The starting lineups that we'd have of Shea, Ty Jerome, Darius Baisley, Isaiah Roby, you, Kendrick Williams, and you have like Pokusevski coming off the bench and Mike Muscala was there. Like those lineups, and Lou Dort, the young Lou Dort, I don't miss those. I really don't. But that's been a while since you've had those responsibilities like you had tonight. You had some last year against Dallas, but that was just impossible. I thought that was going to be impossible. You kind of slowed down Randall way better than I thought. I was screaming for J. Will to come into the game. But you did a really good job, Kendrick Williams. Thank you. I'm not sure if... I assume you're not hearing this, but thank you for that. And you hit 2 big shots. Cross shot, get it back up to 6, and then you made a 3 off a pick and pop. Beautiful stuff. If you can do that, just hit your open threes, that's huge. Because that means we got 2 guys at the end of our rotation that can do that. J. Will and Kendrick Williams. Shout out to the Williams. We have like 15,000 of Williams. J-Dub, both Jalen Williams, Kendrick Williams. Shout out to them. I don't know why I thought of Case and Wallace, but let's talk about Case and Wallace. Good job overall. I think we had 3 times this game that we could have stole a ball that we didn't. We were off by like just that much, which sometimes will break your way, sometimes they won't. I don't think we played perfect. I don't think even the second half we played perfect. But the defense clamped. They took bad shots. They got desperate. And they forgot who was working their best for them. Randall was their best guy. He shot like 3 or 4 times. The dude did pretty good overall today. Even in the second half whenever he was shooting. Not bad at all. Like, was quite good, if anything. But, like, overall, second half, he didn't touch the ball a lot. Ant tried to take over. He had no points in the fourth. They have the discussion earlier about, like, who's going to be the star of this series between Ant and Shea. Ant is a good player. Very good. But he's very inconsistent. And when he gets desperate, he will shoot threes. Shea has grown enough to learn that he shouldn't shoot those shots and should give the ball to other people. He's had times that he's done that, and I have been very mad at him about that, and everyone has been. Don't be selfish. Pass the ball. He's done that sometimes in the regular season. Pass the ball. Work to other people. You will get your shots. And he did that today. He finally got it going in the second half, and he took that to the best of his ability. Perfect second half from Shea, in my opinion. He's going to miss some shots. He's a basketball player. Not perfect. Chet, you learned something today. Chet, you hit your open corner 3. Thank you. We're not getting a lot of 3s, so you're going to have to hit him when you do. You hit yours. Thank you. We went like 10 for 20 from 3. We will gladly take that. The way they run zone is very similar to the way Denver does. They will leave the backdoor cuts wide open. Wallace had a layup, I think. Dort had a dunk. Chet did a very good job. But a lot of times, my dad pointed this out not too long ago, and I agree with this. Chet being his length, just him being underneath the rim for rebounds will get him a good amount. And a lot of times, if the ball just bounces twice around the rim or just hangs a little bit longer, you will get the extra rebound because you're taller. A guy will jump up for the ball. Okay, what do you do then? You go up for it afterwards. Or the second jump. You will probably have the higher second jump since your arms are like 6-7 inches longer and you're about 7 inches taller probably, or at least like 4 inches taller than the guy who's going for the rebound. You're 7'1", they're probably 6'9", 6'10", unless if it's Gobert. Who I called not being a factor today. He might have had a dunk, but he got in foul trouble really early. He is out. Naz Reid is supposed to be their saving grace off the bench. He made a layup. Nothing else. It was horrible. Like, he was so bad. I was shocked by how bad he was. And also, what happened to Jaden McDaniels? He had the first 5 points. We went underneath the screens a lot. Chet had a horrible first half doing that. Had a great second half stopping that. But he fouled out and had 7 points. He scored the first 5 of the game. What happened there? Because they were up 8-0. And from that point on, we outscored them by 34 points. Shout out to that. They shot really bad from three, which was kind of surprising in a way because they got some decent looks. Conley did worse than I thought he would. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker, he didn't make a lot. The cousin battles definitely won by Shea. And the thing about this, right? You have some close losses and wins and all that stuff in life. And Minnesota's had games they shot bad from three, but they've been able to win some against Golden State and win those against the Lakers. You lost by 26 in a game that the Thunder didn't play great. They had a very good second half. Very good, not great. Very good second half, and you outscored by 30. You had a bad second half. We had a very good second half. We outscored you by 20. We outscored you by 30. You had a solid first half. Solid. Randall had a great first half. We had a bad first half. You're up by 4. You're going to have to rely on us having a lot of bad games. And if we can just continue our momentum from the second half, which I really think we can, onto the next game, who says we just can't win? Who says we can't go up 2-0 heading up to Minnesota? I said we'd win in 5. We're here right now. Not great, not feeling great, but we won by 26. Can't really complain much. Keep us up, y'all. Let's go Thunder. Very good job. Good job, Hartenstein. Led us in scoring in the first half. He had double digits. Shout out to him. Very good job. And Isaiah Joe, finally, I've been calling for this for a while. Playing minutes. Thank you. He hit shots. Their bench, okay. But I can really see Gobert not being a factor in this series. Naz Reid has to step up for them, and he was horrible today. DiVincenzo, horrible. Because he shot so many bad shots. He also, play of the night. Crossover, swing to Kaysen. Kaysen drives. Dante slips. Lobs that thing up to J-Dub. Dunk it down. Let's go. Again, if they run zone, Chet, just get your butt in the paint for rebounds because they're going to have to rotate over some. Chet, if they're running zone, get in the middle. Call for it, bounce it down. Dort will be there. If they're running man, get into the paint for rebounds. Stay close enough that you can get there in the middle. Or underneath or wherever you got to be. Let's go Thunder. Good first win. Let's keep it up, y'all. Let's go up 2-0. We don't joke around. Let's get this done. Let's go Thunder. God bless y'all. Also, everyone affected by these tornadoes. Hope you're okay. God bless y'all.